Attention, the following broadcast has been approved by Outcasted OC. Viewer discretion is advised. Incoming transmission in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up guys, Megan Ross here giving you this week's Smackdown review, and let's get into it like we always do. So we open with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus Pretty Deadly. It's great to see Pretty Deadly back on the screen and in full in-ring competition. They've been away for a little bit of time, so it's nice to see him back. And yeah, Kevin Owens wastes no time getting into the match. He hits a very early on senton and goes for an early pin for only a 2 count. Randy Orton did get tagged in, and Elton Prince suffered multiple punches to the top of his head for this, but Pretty Deadly did get their revenge, putting Randy Orton into the commentary table when they got the chance and just carried it going. We then get KO with a hot tag, hit with a consistent flurry of moves, a really heavy lariat that genuinely looked like it would take someone's head off, and he would only get a 2 count. Once again, Kevin Owens goes for another swanton off the top this time, but Elton got his knees up. Randy tries to fight both on the desk. Logan snuck in and sucker punch knocked out Kevin Owens with the brass knuckles that he always does. Pretty Deadly roll in while the ref wasn't looking, got this pin win. And yeah, Randy Orton found out Logan was still under the ring after he finally got to watch the Titantron back and stopped blaming Kevin Owens for the loss, because Randy doesn't take loss very well. Pulls Logan out, starts beating on him, gets towards the commentary desk, looks like he's about to put Logan through that commentary desk again, but that doesn't happen because Pretty Deadly come in and save. Randy kind of stares down Logan after a stunner and an RKO were hit onto Pretty Deadly, and Kevin Owens tries to help chase after Randy even though he's still dazed and his jaw's hurting. They have a back and forth chase down, but Logan luckily escapes by stealing into someone's car. Ia had an interview at the Performance Center, and it was a very interesting interview, very well spoken for all of them, deep, like how she spoke about this situation. It was very, very unique, because she stated how she Bailey made damage control so she could only claim what Io and Dakota's success was, that she was being a narcissist and is now playing a victim, and the fans' hypocrisy of this is ridiculous. She stated, "I understand Bailey helped shape me to become my champion, but we got tired of her. We were bored of her patience. Wore thin," was her exact words. And I thought the promo was very good, even though it was all in Japanese. I think it hit the mark, especially with the subtitles and how she went about it. And once it was finished and they said, yeah, the interview's done, Bailey appears out of nowhere, flies down and throws hands between the pair of them. And we just get the screen cut away after they have loads of shouting, punches, and several people pull them away from each other. We then get Nick Aldis coming on the screen saying we have some business to attend to, but first asks, is everyone hyped for WrestleMania, seeing as it's now would be 7 days away, which is very interesting. I'm quite looking forward to it myself. He said he has one goal in mind when he became the GM, and that was to make Smackdown the #1 show in all of wrestling, and the newest asset he has signed on the dotted line will help him very much get to that goal. And he introduced Jade Cargill to walk out. Jade Cargill speaks about how this is one of the best women's roster of all time, but she's not here to mess around. She's going to make a name for herself and show that. Dakota Kai is interviewed backstage before her match and states she doesn't care for Jade. She's done nothing but stand around and wait, and said Bailey will be embarrassed at Mania by Io, but the best part of SmackDown will be Dakota Kai embarrassing Bianca, because they weren't even thinking about Bianca. They were done with her until she reinserted herself into this situation, because she tried to help Naomi and tried to help Bailey from it. We get Street Profits versus the A-Town Down Under match. This is for the chance to have the spot in the Mania 6-man tag match. Very good match. I would say Dawkins kind of showed off more than Montez did, and it really showed Dawkins has got those movesets. He hit a T-bone suplex. He hit a great power, sit-down power bomb. Everything like that. And the match was going awesome in Street Profits' favour. They also hit a moonsault. This kind of very quickly got screwed over because backstage, Bobby and B-Fab, who were hyping Street Profits earlier, have been attacked. And Karrion Kross forces them to show it on the Titantron and says that they're missing a great party. Being distracted gives the chance for when Montez goes to hit his frog splash, which would usually mean the match is won. They got their knees up and rolled over, and Grayson Waller got the pin to get the win there. AOP come out, jump Street Profits and beat the hell out of them, and then Karrion Kross comes and joins to help fight them. Bobby Lashley walking out, even though people are telling him to stop, you're already hurt. Bobby tries to come and help fight, doesn't go well, and you just have these final moments of Karrion shouts, well now don't you see, Bobby, no one gets to go WrestleMania. You failed them, and you failed yourself. So, it's potentially seeming like they might do a last minute Karrion Bobby at Mania, where Bobby will be like, well, last laugh, I'm going to challenge you at Mania, which I'd be cool with, but the card is already pretty stacked. We get Legado El Fantasma doing a whole segment where they thank Dominic Mysterio, says that he outsmarted the greatest luchador ever by just making one phone call and getting someone who hates him as much as Santos does, and he got to beat Ray in the ring, which is just as good of when they took him out. Dom tries to talk, and it doesn't really work in his favour because the crowd just instantly boo him straight away. Dom states he will always do whatever he can to make his deadbeat dad's life a living hell. LWO come out because they heard enough of what to say. Ray said it was a shame. He believed he was done fighting his own son. But now Santos has dragged you into it. Now I get to knock some, respect into the pair of the two people I despise the most. So how about it? Me and my choice tag partner versus Dom and Santos at WrestleMania. They were like, okay, which one are you deadbeat of the LWO lot? And Ray's like, oh no, it's the newest member. Out comes Dragon Lee. I loved this. I'm glad they finally just stuck to it. They were like, yeah, no, we need to make Dragon Lee in LWO. So he has a place. He's not stagnant. He isn't this in-between will they, won't they. Is he joining Las Fantasma because he's bullied into it? Or is he joining the good guys in LWO? It was great. And I'm very happy for it. A brawl breaks out between all of them, but that mainly started due to Zelina and Elektra Lopez getting really into it, and then everyone fought. We had a very interesting moment where Judgment Day weren't happy about what was going on with Dom. Dom didn't tell anyone or clear anyone about it, and they're all now questioning each other. Are we hiding things? Is there not more stuff we need to tell each other? And Finn made it very clear, no, all we need to do at Mania is make sure it's ran and controlled by Judgment Day still. So, who knows? Damien made it seem like he's going to cash in, but didn't tell Rhea about it. Rhea was like, is there something I should know? He potentially might be cashing in and she might need to help. I don't know, it's a very weird one there. Las Fantasma, who are still in ring from the previous beating between them and LWO, now have their match against New Catch Republic. And what can I say? It's New Catch Republic. They always did what is awesome. We see Tyler Bate do an awesome European uppercut from the top rope. We see some shooting star press as well from him out of nowhere, which I thought was awesome. We get some incredible combos on the outside where Bate basically climbed to the top and Pete Dunne kind of left his shoulders there so Tyler Bate could use it to volley off him and flip, which I thought looked awesome. Angel did some really great moves back, and it was a consistent back and forth for a while, but we knew where this was going. We saw the Birmingham Hammer, which is two Tyler drivers put together, so it's the Birmingham Hammer. And yeah, New Catch win and get themselves to WrestleMania. I've been saying from the start, New Catch are probably going to be the ones to win at Mania. They were the closest to beat Judgment Day. They are the most solid. I know they are a newer tag team, but they have had tag team experience for years. And because they are both Triple H's like project kids, I feel like Triple H will do them very well and be like, yeah, we need to put tag belts on you for now. So I'd be happy to see it. We get AJ Styles kicking off at the crowd, blaming the fans, saying if it weren't for fans like you guys, LA Knight wouldn't have done what he did of going to my house, but it's you guys. Basically turns around and said, I should have got him arrested, make him miss the first Mania, but no, I've got better plans. I want him to have the biggest stage so I can show him like the big fraud he is, expose him with all this hard work that he's trying to do where it'll go to nowhere. AJ Styles speaks about he told Nick Aldis to not have LA Knight there, and Nick Aldis said, well, I asked him not to be here. So AJ Styles was like, well, I know what LA Knight's like. He asked, he didn't tell him not to be there. So AJ starts walking around, points at multiple different people. So, is it this person? Is it this person? Like trying to egg on LA Knight to appear. And then LA Knight appears right by the commentary desk as just like an additional staff member standing there. Throws off the hat, throws off the wig. And AJ looks at the Titan trying to notice that LA Knight's behind him. LA Knight gets a couple of swings in. AJ kind of just runs away. LA Knight grabs a chair, goes to swing it at AJ Styles, which AJ avoids and then runs off. LA Knight gives this very heated, very passionate, like, I'm going to win regardless, and you go, everyone at Mania, and yourself going to know whose game it is, LA Knight's game. And I thought it was a really awesome, like, hype moment for LA Knight, gave him that momentum going into Mania now. We get Tiffany has a video package about herself, so we get to know more of Tiffany's character and how she's this like very athletic, but also the best way of explaining, kind of like a girly girl. Like she loves her fashion. She says that she's so beautiful and elegant, and these tips to help people and not have these issues and problems and things, and just how, you know, she's going to make Smackdown always Tiffy time. And it was pretty interesting to see. We go now to the main event. And this main event was something. It was decent. For certain main events, I don't like when it takes away from the main wrestling part of it. I like the more in-the-ring storytelling, which, don't get me wrong, it did. So the main event was between Bianca and Dakota. Dakota came out with her original music that she used to, which I thought was unique. She didn't come out as Damage Control and didn't ask Damage Control to be there. She kind of walked out herself. They get really scrappy in the fight, so it literally just turns into like a brawl on the ground for a bit of it. But then we go straight back into wrestling. Dakota Kai hits this absolutely insane kick that just forces Bianca's body into the ring post, so Bianca looks really hurt in that moment. EST does a power slam, and multiple like back and forths. We see this really cool top rope spot where Bianca's just punching down on Dakota, and then when she stops, Dakota has this moment of cool, ducks under, runs out and grabs the braid. Then Bianca flipped to stop it. We had a really cool scorpion kick that happened from Dakota Kai, which I thought, oh, that's something new I haven't seen in a while used in wrestling. We get a superplex, which was from like the second rope. It wasn't even top rope. Like she lifted Dakota from the second rope all the way over. It was a meaty landing, but either way it looked really cool. Bianca also hit a spear and then converted that into a KOD. So Dakota got 3-2-1 pinned. So it was nice to see Bianca gets that moment. But as soon as Bianca won, lo and behold, Kabuki Warriors run down the ring, instantly jump on Bianca, beating him down. Naomi tries to run down and do the best she can, but she's struggling, even with the numbers game. She's getting them one-on-one, but then all three of them tag team up, and it looks like it's going to be all bad until Jade's music hits. And the interesting part of Jade Cargill coming down was she didn't run, she just walked with a menacing premise. Damage Control didn't really swing. They were just watching her walk down. And then when she walked down, she meant business when she got in that ring. She took all of them down single-handedly. She did a massive boot to Asuka. Then she did like a power slam to Kairi. And then another one to Dakota. And just made it known as they all ran out of the ring. And all three of them stood strong. Naomi, Bianca, Jade, and Damage Control looked a bit worried. And with that, we now know that is an official match for Mania. And I'm quite excited for that match. I didn't expect it. It was a very interesting end to a Smackdown. And it adds more to this Damage Control storyline. Because if, like, they time it right, and if this match is right near when Bayley and Io's match is, Kabuki Warriors and Dakota Kai could be out of commission helping Io, meaning the odds are very stacked against her in this scenario. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what your favourite part of SmackDown was. What do you think of Jade's new entrance video package as well, where she's got the new effect going down her? Let me know. And I will see you guys all in the next review.